Hello, my name is Matthew, and this is Andy, and this is Daphne. And today I read the book of Job. I read it for a few reasons. I was reading Daredevil Born Again, my read along with Steve Donahue, and there were a lot of similarities having um, this superhero that's going to be crushed, just have his entire life destroyed. I was also reading, I'm in the middle of reading Jane Eyre, and while she's at that institution, um, they were reading the Bible each morning. And they talk about so many specific um, books and parts of the Bible, and I had the book of Job on the mind, and it's Sunday, so I read the Robert Alter translation. This is the copy that I have. The story of Job is the strangest, just absurd story. We're in the world of the Old Testament, and we have Job, who is successful, prosperous with his family and his land. He has cattle, he has sheep by the hundreds. Um, he has children, loving wife, loving children, and he is upstanding, morally upright, and God, the Lord, sees him as just one of the purest examples of um, a servant of God, someone who's leading a good life. And the Lord has a conversation with the devil. In this translation, the devil is rendered as the adversary. And they have this conversation where the devil points out, well, Job is doing pretty good. He has no reason to be unhappy, and there's no reason why um, he wouldn't have gratitude for the world around him and the Lord. But um, are you so sure that this man is really just the purest soul, and he would never turn his back on God? What if things weren't going so well for him? What would happen then? And the Lord takes him up on this challenge and just wreaks havoc on this guy's life. Hasn't done anything wrong. Um, and there's this horrific moment. Just it's like in a matter of seconds, different people are running up to Job, giving him information. Each one saying they're the last survivor. Uh, each bit of information is worse. So all of the cattle are dead. All of the chickens are dead. All of the sheep are dead. All the animals are dead. All of the agriculture has been laid waste. Your children are dead. Your wife is dead. And everything in one brief conversation with a few people, Job learns uh, everything is gone. And he breaks down, gets on his hands and knees, and prays to God and says, that the Lord gives and the Lord takes away. And we go back to um, the Lord and the devil having this strange conversation. And the Lord kind of says, "Well, see, still believes in God, is still a faithful servant." And the devil says, "Well, he still has his health. And again, the, the Lord takes him up on this challenge. And immediately, Job is covered from the crown of his head to the soles of his feet, just absolutely covered in sores, and is writhing in pain, and a constant pulsating kind of pain. Look, now he's physically deformed. This is right after he's lost everything. Has much more indication to believe that maybe someone has it out for him. And at this point, we sort of have the framed narrative. We have the premise of the story. And then the longest portion is this fever dream, this hallucinatory, poetic, philosophical monologue or soliloquy of Job interacting with these few other characters, talking about justice and injustice, omnipotence, power, specifically divine omnipotence and divine justice. And we get this whole complex range of emotion of Job's mental state and his faith. He laments, he wishes he wasn't born. It's strange and philosophical, sometimes very strange and obscure. He's talking to these people, and in the altered translation, he talks about how they're talking, how they have all this hot air, so they're lying and being deceitful, and we just get this great depiction of a man that has lost everything in this supernatural situation. It's just supernaturally bad for the quickness and immediacy that everything happens. And with that kind of grand scale, larger than life, Lord intervention situation, it's also intensely human and relatable, because bad things happen quickly, and a lot of things can happen at once, and this is not necessarily all that exaggerated. As an example of a man's life, a person's life, going wrong, losing everything. And the story ends with a concluding framework. The Lord has decided that Job has not lost his faith, and he rewards him, which adds to the indication that this was some sort of challenge. How is he going to, like an experiment? And he gets real rewards. He gets twice as much land. He gets twice as much cattle as he had before, and more chickens and more sheep, and more prosperity, a new family, more children. There's a detail, I don't know if I can find it, but we get the names of Job's 3 daughters. Let's see. Dove, Cinnamon, and the third name, Horn of Eyeshade. So interesting. And then we're told that he lived another 100 years. Really, it's a really penetrating scenario. The premise of it, the longest portion really is this hallucinatory fever dream of philosophical madness. Um, so those are some of my thoughts on reading the Book of Job. Let me know what you think. Let me know your thoughts on Job. Also, let me know. Leave a comment if you'd like. Thank you for watching. Please leave a comment if you like, and take care.